Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know this isn't working. And shout out to all of you, because all of you watching right now are all part of the 25 million views that we've had on this channel. I'm just like, wow, that's freaking amazing, and I want to thank you guys. Just got finished doing my live stream, and this is crazy because it has been hot. I mean hot about the last week and a half, because we went from being kind of chilly to just really hot. You know, we were like 60-degree weather, and then it was like 90. And then today it rained for the first time in a couple of weeks. And right now, it's like 50-something. It's cold. It's actually, I need the fire tonight. That's how crazy this weather is. And I know actually, this might be a good thing. As far as the cicadas have been messed up. Because the cicadas come out when it gets hot. We've had hot during the day, but then cool at night. And what happens is they actually come out of the ground at nighttime, and then they have to shed their shell. The problem is when it's cool, it's warm during the day, and they think, oh, okay, it's time for me to come out. And then it's cool at night. When they actually get up out of the ground, it makes them sluggish. And sometimes right now I've seen a few of these where they haven't gotten all the way out of their shell, and they die because they only have so much energy to get out of the shell and then to be able to turn into the cicada. Or they're real slow when they do get out, and they're a feast for the birds and the squirrels and everything else to get eaten. So, with this cool night, that means all the grubs that are coming out, they're going to have a hard time making it tomorrow. Making it through tomorrow to become a cicada to make a whole bunch of noise. But, I guess, what do you expect when you live underground for 17 years? It's a hard life. That's all I can say. You got a hard life. So, the show tonight, I enjoy actually watching the talking heads and listening to some of the nonsense they put out there. I watch it because people are like, you watch that stuff a lot. It's like, yeah, because I like to look at the crap that they put out and prove them wrong. Or give you reasons why they're wrong or why they might be wrong. That's what I like doing. I'm a show me type of guy. And right now, it's amazing that I hear guys like Dan Orlowski talk about the Cowboys. Oh, they'll be third in the division and everything else. And I'm sitting here thinking that by the numbers, when you look at teams last year that won the division, 6 out of the 8 of them basically had the best quarterback in their division. And I will argue that we got the best quarterback in the division. What was cool that I didn't actually expect to hear from Dan Orlowski, we always hear that Dak Prescott is trash, but he said something that I didn't even know before. I knew our offensive line was bad, but apparently that first half of the season, that offensive line was ranked 29th in the NFL. 29th. And Zeke Elliott had one big play in that time, along with a lot of turnovers. So the fact that somehow you had a team with no offensive line and a running back that was turning over the ball and not having big plays, and somehow they were still number one, and you still want to blame Dak Prescott? Okay. So, here's the good news, though. If you take what he said, I don't think the offensive line will be 29th. I have a feeling that even if Tyron Smith is not there, at least the additions of a Ty Nsekhe and, Terrence Steele being in the second year and things like that, and Brandon Knight, that we're at least better suited than we were last year. That's an easy assumption. If Tyron Smith and La'el Collins are there, then we're a lot better than we were last year. Zeke doesn't have COVID this offseason and has an offseason where I think he's getting hungry, and he looks like he's a lot better right now than he was last year. I'm just saying, I believe that that's true. From that standpoint, if that is the case right there, and you get Dak Prescott, far and away you have the best offense in the division. My defense is the part that is going to be the interesting part. Because we don't have to be the 85 Bears. If we can just be an average defense, a middle of the road defense will be better. But I don't mean any disrespect to D-Law and the Hot Boys. But can we bury that name? Can we just like dig a big hole and just bury that shit? I think there's only 3 of the Hot Boys left on the team. D-Law, Jalen Smith, and Darren Armstrong. I think Armstrong. Is Armstrong? Yeah. Everybody else is gone. I never liked that name because when I look at the Hot Boys, they're a bunch of skinny young guys. They don't put the fear of God in me. I was thinking about our young defensive lineman we got there. You know I loved Neville Gallimore. That's who I wanted us to draft last year. Neville is about 304, 6'2", the Canadian bulldozer. We got Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill is like 6'4", I guess. I think like 310. And then we got Quentin Bohannon. Quentin is about 350. So it's my thing. I need us to come up with a name for the Dallas Cowboys defense. I'm old school, okay? I believe in a name that sounds violent. When I think of doomsday, I think of the end of the world. When I think of steel curtain, I think of a wall that's impenetrable. When I think of fearsome foursome, I think of fear. When I think of Hot Boys, I think I'm looking at a boy band. But I was thinking about that 350, that 310, that 304. It's like 970 pounds of beef. Half ton of fun. Gotta have some love for the big guys. But I need, Legion of Boom. Legion of Boom. I mean, we've talked about Legion of Doom when we had Chris Richard. But, you know, taking the Legion of Boom and the Doomsday and kind of marrying the two. I'd be happier with that than I would be Hot Boys. But I want you guys to leave comments below on what we want this defense to be. Half a ton of fun. I think I'm going to do something with that. Quentin Bohannon, Tristan Hill, and Neville Gallimore. Half a ton of fun. Because it's going to be fun on Sundays watching those guys get after the quarterback's ass. And maybe actually we just take the whole defensive line, because by the time we put Urban in there and everybody else, we probably have a ton. Probably have a ton of fun. Because they will be rotating. Yeah. Big D, ton of fun. All right, y'all. I need to get up and get out early tomorrow. I've got a lot I got to do. I got to go down the country, dealing with some stuff with the red brick house, as well as I got some repairs I need to do down there. And you know the work never ends when you're Mark Holmes. Sound like a helicopter. It might be coming to get me. Let me turn off the lights. Make it harder for them to get me. See you guys in the morning, God willing. That's 2 helicopters.